Okay, we're on 12.3 vertical angles. Yes, I know a lot of you should have already gone over this. You're going to have to ask somebody else because they're not with your class right now. 12.3 vertical angles. Some of you probably have already kind of seen about this, but a vertical angles, all it means is that you have two angles. Oh, wait. I got you, don't worry about this. All it means is that you've got two lines that are crossing each other, so that is going to make, what does this do something? I don't know what I want. So that means that the opposite angles are going to be the same thing. So if this one is 45 degrees, automatically the one on the other side of it is 45 degrees. If this one is 90 degrees, automatically the one on the opposite is 90 degrees. See, it's very simple, right? The thing is, some people get a little confused with it. What about if you start drawing other angles? If I draw all those, just a second. That's one for tomorrow.
The chairs make so much noise.
What?
The chairs make so much noise.
They know that they're there. They know that they can be sensitive about them. So the thing is, if you draw these other angles, you just want to understand right now?
No, I was gonna show you that you can actually do that.
What I'm doing right now?
You can picture any shape.
It's good for it. Yeah, thanks. So if you draw other angles, does that change the fact that this angle? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Does that change the fact that this angle and this angle are vertical angles?
No.
No, it doesn't. So even if they draw all the other stuff in there, you just need to be able to say, hey, this line is straight, this line is straight. Since they're straight, the angles on opposite sides of them, these ones and these ones, are going to be the same thing. Not right now, because I'm with your class. Okay, if we go over to page 175, it's got guided practice number 1. The figure shows the four angles as formed with two lines when two lines meet. And what are the, oh, it asks you to find the measure of them. Measure of angle P when you guys did that. If you're at home, pause this. Find the measure of angle P with the protractor. Measure of angle P when you guys did it, yep.
I got 45.
Oh, no, not even close.
124 degrees.
Oh boy, this could be a problem. Where did they go?
Here.
Thanks. I do have one myself.
I got that one wrong, and I'm guessing I got other ones.
So yeah, you can see exactly what it's supposed to have been. But if you look on here, angle P.
60 degrees.
Look at, I'm going to take this piece of paper and follow it. Look at that, where is it?
60 degrees.
Right about there, at 60 degrees. 45 would be right there. 100, what'd you say, 124? That would mean it's all the way over here.
Whoops.
You gotta follow where it's going. Right there, goes up to, if you're gonna say 124, like right here, look, remember 120 is the measure if it's on the opposite side. These greater, bigger ones means that it means if you're going the other way. So this is 60, but if you're looking at this one right here, that one is going to be 120 because the whole thing is on a line and the whole thing adds up to 180. Yes, can I help you? Just to correct them when they move, leave them until you're done with all of them. Can I help you?
I'm just walking around.
Okay, I need you to walk around just in that way so it's not going to be distracting. Thanks. So this one is 60. If P is 60, then S is automatically 120. You don't even need to measure it. Why?
Because 60 plus 60 is 100.
No. Yeah?
vertical angles.
No, P and S are not vertical angles. P and R are vertical angles. If P is 60, then R is 60. But if P is 60, why is S automatically 120? You only need to measure how many angles on this to know what all four of them are. 1. Oh yeah, you can measure P. If you get P is 60, then you know that R is 60. And if you figure out what S is, then you should know what S and Q are. Because S and Q are also what kind of angles? Vertical angles. If P is 60, how do we know what S is? Yeah?
You can have P and R. You can have P and R be 120.
Okay, so P and R are 120 and there's 240 degrees left. And we can do 240 divided by the two angles left, which makes 120 for each of them. That's true. There's a simpler way though. Yeah?
Like last time where you had the like 360, 60 equals like 360, and then how you like how we did it last time.
If P, look at this. If P is 60, what do we know about this right here?
That's it's a 180.
It's 180, so if P is 60, then the, S is automatically 120. Yes, we can say, hey, P is 60, so this is 60, and if that's 120 degrees, and there's 360 total, so we do 360 minus 120 is 240, which is these two. If we don't know that this one's already 120, then we can do that divided by 2, and we get both of these as being 120. But really, all you need to do is say, hey, this is 60, these two add up to 180, if this is 60, that one must be 120. This one's 60, they're vertical angles, that one must also be 60. This one's 120, hey, they're vertical angles, that one must also be 120. Alright, number 2, identifying the figure. PQ and RS are lines. So PQ and RS are lines named a pair of vertical angles. Right here, POR and SOQ is one pair, and the other pair is, yeah?
TOQ.
TOQ. This is not a vertical angle. Otherwise, this would extend this way, and you would have vertical angles there. Yeah.
Whatever that one
T-O-T. This is T. T-O. They're saying, hey, P-O-R and S-O-Q are vertical. What's the other vertical pair of angles? Yep. R-T-Q is not an angle. Yeah?
TOS? Or is that what
T-O-S is an angle, but think, this would have to extend, and then you'd have to have it be that big for it to be a vertical angle. Yeah?
TOR?
T-O-R. No, look.
That's
If these are vertical angles, this and this, that means you automatically know it's going to be this and whatever this is on the other side. This and this. P-O-S and R-O-Q. Remember what I said from before? The fact that you add this line here, that doesn't make any difference. That doesn't stop these two, P-O-S and R-O-Q. That doesn't stop them from being vertical angles. It just means that you have additional lines in there. So this and this are vertical angles, this and this are vertical angles. Here and here are vertical, here and here are vertical. Yep. Okay, let's keep going down. Okay, so WX and YZ are on lines. Find the measures of WOY, WOZ, and XOY. So we know ZOX is what measure?
Are we on 3?
We're on bottom page 176. This is the learn section, so I gotta practice. Yeah?
43 degrees.
Yeah, if ZOX is 43 degrees, then WOY is also
43 degrees.
43 degrees. If we know this is 43 degrees because this total is 180, then to figure out this measure right here,
180 take away 43.
180 minus 43, which is,
You have to borrow from the neighbor, which makes that 7, which makes that 10. Then 10 take away 3 is 7, and 7 take away 4 is 3, and then 1.
so this one is 137. If this is 137, then this is also 137 because they're what type of angles? Vertical angles. So 137, 137, 43, 43. Did you need your protractor for this?
No.
No, you did not need your protractor for this. I would say almost all of you are completely overrating how much you need a protractor.
I don't even use it.
Your protractor is not something that you're going to be using much on this. Much on this. Like barely at all will you really use the protractor. The only thing that you really need for it is like those first couple lessons giving you idea on how to find the angle measure or something. Other than that, once you know what the angle measure of one is, and they gave it to you here, you should be able to figure out that one, and then you can figure out both of these ones as well. You don't even need to figure out that one first. You can figure out this is 43 and that's 137. And if you know this is 137 and 43, then you can figure out what those ones on the bottom are. You don't even need to use the fact that they're vertical angles. You can use this is 43, so that makes, hey, this side of the line, that's 137. This side of the line, hey, that's 137. And then this side of the line, that's 137, that must be 43. You don't even need to use the fact that they're vertical angles. That's actually a way that in high school you'll be able to prove that they're vertical angles, but you don't even need to go to that quite that extent. It is pretty simple.
I don't understand.
Can I help you too?
About 20 minutes and maybe you're
Can I help you? Okay, this is not working for me. Someone said they didn't understand? Yeah, what's up?
I just don't understand it.
Okay, so this is 43 degrees. Yes? For the fact that these are vertical angles, if this is 43, then on the other side of it, that's the exact same angle measure, yes? So that's 43 degrees. The fact that this total on this is how many degrees? So to figure out this angle measure right here, I have to do what?
180 take away 43.
Nope. Yeah, 180 minus 3, 43, which is, we found out is 137. So now I know this is 137. If this is 137, look, this and this are vertical angles. So that means down here is, yeah,
See, there goes Mr. Bernal. It looks so hard to us, but then it's actually just so
Mr.
simple.
Renau's in court.
Uh. You guys will make it. It's not quite as easy as I'm making it up. All right. Got to practice 3. PQ. So PQ and RS are lines. OT is perpendicular. Perpendicular means it forms a.
It's a line that doesn't
Vertical line.
Nope.
No, a line that.
Oh, right line.
A what?
A right angle.
A right angle. Perpendicular means it forms a
90-degree angle.
90-degree angle or right angle. So right here they're saying this is a 90. This is a 90-degree angle, which we can see. Find the measure of angle. What does it say in your book? I can't see that.
Some angle. I can do this. Find the measure of angle.
So X is this one right here, right? So it's TOR. This volume is not working for me. Can I help you? You want to start on the assignment? Did you get all this already? Yes? You want it? Yeah? Okay, just leave it right there on the ground and then you can. Okay, so what we have to start with, what do we know, and then what can we figure out there? So any ideas? First of all, what's the first thing that we know? They tell us one thing right away. Yep.
SOQ is 138.
Yeah, this is 138. Is there a mirror image of this on the other side that we can also find out is 138? Yes, there is. Look, if we extend this, which is already extended, and if we extend this,
Oh.
which it's already extended. If this is 138, then
That's 138.
yeah, so that means these two angles are 138. These two angles are 138. And do we know what one of those angles is already?
No.
Yes, we do. We know that this angle is a
90-degree angle.
90 degrees. So if we know this total is 138 and this is 90, then to figure out
Wait,
this,
90.
yep, you do 138 minus 90, which gets us what? 48 degrees, which by the way is right there anyways. But that's how we find it. We have to figure out, hey, these are vertical angles. You have to see first, hey, even this and this one over here, even though this has got all that extra stuff, they're going to be vertical angles. So that totals 138, that part is 90, and we're at 2 for tomorrow. Everyone back in your desks. You guys can't handle it. Bummer. Questions on that one? There are going to be ones similar like that on your assignment, I guarantee it. That you have to figure out, hey, if they're not going to tell you that everything's vertical angles in the first place. Okay, again, this right here, you have to look at it in from these two main angles. It says this one's 138, so then you have to say, hey, this one's 138 as well, right? But they don't show two main angles. They show this other angle poking out here, which tricks your brain into thinking, hey, there's no vertical angles there. So you have to say, hey, can I look past it? Is there anything I can assume is a vertical angle based on what they tell me? Well, they did show all those same lines to you. Look back at the beginning. They still showed, hey, this and this. So that's this part right here and this part right here. Those are still vertical angles. It's just that this one is split into two angles. But we know that that one's a 90-degree angle. Well, there's no vertical angle. There's no other 90-degree. I mean, we could say, hey, yeah, this is a 90-degree angle. But we don't need to figure out what that is. We need to figure out what this is right here. This is X. And we know that this is 138. So that means this is 138 because this and this are vertical angles. And we're at 3 for tomorrow.
Why are you back there? He broke my pencil.
If you're working on what you need to be working on quietly, you don't need to worry about it. 138, take away the 90. You take away the 90 because you know this is 138, and then you figure out what that is, which is 48. Yeah? Yes? Okay. Thank you for asking questions on that, but that's the second time around. I had to explain it twice too. You need to pay more attention the first time around.
I've been trying to grab my pencil and throw it in the garbage.
Both of you act your age.
I don't know.
Yeah? Yeah, go ahead. Alright, we'll do 4 and 5. Actually, you know what? You guys do 4 and 5 with the partner. You guys can choose the partner for today. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to do those. Go.
I don't have 5 minutes.
Okay. We figured out 4 or 5.
I did. No, I got 4.
Okay, what you got for 4?
Me.
You know the other one's open. He knows the other one's open.
What do you do? What? I didn't know the even though he knows that's all. What did you do back? Oh, can I get 4?
Okay, what do you got for 4?
What I have for 4 is we obviously know that the top one. We obviously know that the top one is 57. So then y. So then y also has to be 57.
Yep.
And then z is 117. So then x also has to be.
Ooh, not 117. 180 minus 57 is not 117. It's 123.
I don't even know what I did.
And yeah, if this is 123, then that is also 123.
How did I even get that?
Not working for me. Everyone can sit back in your seat. You can sit in your seat, you can sit in your seat, you can sit in your seat.
What if we're by our partner?
No, in your seat.
Yeah, you're in your seat.
You all know that I mean in your desk, so that's not working for me. Okay, and the last one before I start you on your assignment, I believe. Let me check here. Yep. Alright, so what do we do about number 5? Are there any vertical angles that we can start with? Yeah?
Start with the.
No, there isn't.
You start with the 46.
No, there isn't.
There is no
I mean,
thing right here for
I
you
can't
to go
remember
back.
what number is right there.
Start with the 27.
Yeah, you start with the 27. If this is 27, then this one over here is also 27. If that's 27, 27, hey, what's this? This over here is how many degrees? 180. So we can do 180 minus 27 to get us this, which is
180 minus 27.
153. 180 minus 27 is 153. That is the measure of angle T. That's one of the ones we're looking for. And now we can see, hey, this and this are vertical angles, so that means this total is 153. And this one right here is 46, so we can do 53 minus 46.
107.
And that's 107, which is measure of angle U. The big thing to start with here is not, hey, what am I looking for? But what do I know and what can I figure out from there? Figure out one thing. He said, hey, let's start with 27. I know that this is 27, so that's 27. Okay, well, fill in what you need to know next. Okay, I didn't even realize this is what I needed. I just said, hey, this is 27, this is 27, that's a straight line. Okay, well, this one must be 180 minus 27, which is 53. Alright, that's 153. Technically, you could have just said, hey, I actually have all the other angle measures except for this one right here. You could have added all these up, done 360 minus that, and you would have gotten 107 still. Or you could say, hey, 153, this is u plus 46. I subtract 46. I'm going to get what that is, which is 107. Alright, and you guys can start your assignment.